The Lenexa Public Market, like she said, it's an artisan food hall featuring several restaurants, stores, and pop-up shops in downtown Lenexa.
So I went there to check it out, and on our first stop, we saw Chewology Gyoza Bar, and we learned how to make dumplings. And the perfect dumpling starts with a world-class rolling lesson. So where do we get started?
So today we're gonna do a beef and kimchi gyoza. Kimchi is a fermented napa cabbage, similar to sauerkraut, but a little bit less pungent and more spicy.
We can definitely smell it here.
Yeah. It has like that funky smell.
Let's get to rolling because I see a lot of dough and I know that we're trying to make that circular shape.
Yeah, so then we start with a big one and then we roll it into a little rope. And so you want to dust it with a little bit of cornstarch so then it won't stick to the surface. Okay. And we do one, and then as you turn, you roll and you turn, and then so you'll get this perfect circle. And then the center will be a little bit thicker than the bottom.
And how do we want it to be?
So usually we'll do one more roll. So you see as you turn, you roll as you turn.
Okay.
And then you want to get to this size, and then you can feel that little bump right in the center. That's what we want to have. So, because once you fold it up, it gets double up, and then the center gets like still a little bit thinner. So we want to have thin, so it won't be all dough. Okay. So now we're here. You want to dust a little bit of water around the rim, then grab a beef and kimchi bowl. So we already weighed them out, so everything is at the exact, and then right in the middle, pinch. Yes, and then
mine maybe needed to be a little bit bigger, but
probably. And then you need to just a little bit on the outside, and you can pull because these are house-made dough, so they're super stretchy. They're not going to break, so you can pull it up. And then we do 3 folds, so pull it up and then pull it to the center, and then one more pull to the center, and then another one right to the center, and then same thing with this side. 1 pull right to the center, 2 pull. You're getting there.
We also want to pop these babies and get them pan fried, and that way we can taste the finished product.
Yes.
So Katie, we just got this staple out of the pan right now. You know, what does it mean to you to have brought East Asian cuisine here to Lenexa?
Well, it's a piece of home. Like, I grew up in 3 very different cultures, so I don't really have a sense of home. So what I feel familiar is what I grew up eating. So that is kimchi and gyoza. Like, it's just a cultural thing. So for me, this is part
amazing.
of home.
I have not had something like this before, and
thank you.
I definitely feel like this is something I'd want to eat again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So in a little bit, we're going to check out some of the fashion there. This one was created by a sports fan who turned his love for Casey into clothing design. Welcome back. It's locally made clothing for the sports fan. We Got Your Back was the name Rob Arnold landed on when he and his partner launched a t-shirt company. Arnold explains how pop culture plays a part in the Casey shirts that he designs. So We Got Your Back is what happens when a movie buff who's creative, who really wanted to start a t-shirt company, who happens to be a sports fan, lives in Kansas City. This great company is born. So where do you get the inspiration? For instance, some of the shirts behind us. We're taking a look at Friends Font, Kansas City.
Well, I try and think of something that everybody will love and possibly, you know, want to take home with them.
Okay, so something maybe 2 shirts over, it's red. We see something almost everyone in Kansas City knows, but it's also mixed in with movies.
Yeah, well, first we got the Bounty Scout right here, or the scout that overlooks Kansas City. That's why I call it the Bounty Scout, because this is a bounty hunter right here from Disney, you know, series that you might have heard of, Star Wars.
Absolutely.
And he has a show coming out on Disney Plus that will be called The Mandalorian. So, and it has Casey in the visor. So I try and incorporate a little movie, a little TV, a little pop culture in just about every single design that we have.
And then talking about September, I mean, who does not want to be supporting the Kansas City teams? This is amazing.
Oh yeah, they're always hot and they're always a big seller.
Then I'm seeing a lot of sugar skulls in your designs, and it's actually part of the logo. What does that have to do with?
Yeah, so the Royals won the World Series on Day of the Dead. It was our first year in business. So what better than, you know, the Royals winning the World Series and the love of the city, you know, bringing all of us together. And, you know, so it just all kind of came together in the first great year.
Okay, well, walk us around to some more of your favorite products.
Okay. This is probably one of the biggest sellers right now. It's very Chiefs, it screams Chiefs.
And it's terrifying, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a little different, but that's kind of us. We like to be a little different.
We also have Kansas City's spirit animal, a unicorn.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City, we're a little crazy, we're a little different. And what's crazier than putting, you know, a unicorn and a spirit animal along with Pegasus on a shirt?
Well, and if you liked one of those designs, they also have children's shirts. In the next half an hour, we stop by a different place in the Lenexa Public Market to see how to make a quick cake pop if you're in a pinch.
All right, welcome back to Better Kansas City. Now, the past few years, cake pops have skyrocketed in popularity. I love them.
Probably because they're so delicious.
Probably because I eat them all.
So Kate Smith's Soirée shows us how to make this theme bakery trend in less than half an hour. Panic sets in. Your child tells you that there's a bake sale tomorrow, or maybe you forgot to make treats for a birthday party, something like that. Well, Kate Smith is actually going to show us how to make easy cake pops already out of a piece of cake. So,
Yes.
you know, how does this all work?
You could really just go to Walmart, Target, anywhere, buy a pre-made cake, and we just...
And why wouldn't it be red velvet, right?
Right,
It's a great flavor.
exactly. It's fun, it's vibrant, kids love pops of color, but we just use a slice out of our cake that we sell here, and you just kind of take a slice and you mash it up into a dough, so it's just a nice, you know, consistency. The frosting really kind of binds the cake together, so it's nice and firm, but still soft.
And then we're actually gonna make it into a perfect circular shape that you just get from rolling.
Yeah, so you just take a little bit, it's okay if they're not exactly the same size, and you're just gonna keep rolling until you get just a nice little circle. And then you're gonna put it on a plate, and then you're gonna, from there, you're gonna take your sticks and you're gonna dip a little bit into some melted candy melts.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, that's perfect. So that's just gonna help you keep the cake onto the stick so that way it doesn't fall off. Just gonna dip it right in.
And you actually want to make sure that these are refrigerated, obviously, because then
Right,
everything's going to
yeah.
stick together. You can kind of dab it.
Yeah, just tap it a little bit, just get some of that excess off.
And then you can actually put them in styrofoam if you wanted them to like sort of dry that way as well.
Yeah, absolutely. If you didn't want them to be like flat on the bottom, you totally could do that. Then you're just gonna place it on your plate. And at this point, you can embellish it. I love Oreo crumbs.
Who doesn't, right? Everything's
Nothing's
a little better with Oreo.
Oh yes. You're just gonna sprinkle that on just like that. If you wanted to dry them upwards, you could just take just a piece of styrofoam. Say you just bought a brand new TV or whatever. I like to keep pieces of the styrofoam that are nice and small. And you can just stick your cake pops right into the styrofoam so they can dry upwards. And then from there, what you can do is you can take your cake pop off of the stick and then take off the little extra bits. And then you just pop it right onto a gold clamshell. Or I guess these are oyster shells. We just spray painted them with gold and then sprayed them with food safe sealant. And then we just put a little cake ball on top so it looks like a little pearl.
So Kate Smith has been at the market since June. Chewology and We Got Your Back came in when the public market actually opened up its doors about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So some other things that they offer: flowers, Indian food, clothing, pizza, salad, and so much more.
The market looks really cool there. I haven't had a chance to go there, but I've been to the community center right down the street. It's off of 87th and 435 there. But really a cool little space there. And Swahilia's kitchen is also over there.
Yeah,
They've
she's
been
right
here
there.
cooking in our kitchen here as well. So very neat.